Happy Wednesday to you.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias, señores y señoras.
Sí.
Yes. So it is Wednesday in Mexico. It's a sunny, beautiful day. The bananas are ripening. So it's perfect. And hello to whoever is on right now. We can't see who's on right now, but if you say hello,
Good morning, good morning.
we can see you and
Yep.
say good morning to you because we
To
want
us.
nothing
Say
more.
good morning to us, not to themselves, because that would be
Say
weird.
good morning to us, and we will say good morning
Oh,
to
I
you.
see.
So why don't you go and see if maybe the chat is working there?
That's what I'm
Because
trying to
we
do.
see nothing here right now.
But let's just talk. So what are we doing today? We have a show. We're going to go to the bank because we have to finally change our address.
I hate banks in Mexico. I mean, I hate banks anywhere. The fact that we need a bank to move money around. Hello, Wendy. I see you. I see you.
No, you don't.
Hello, Al. I see you also. I see you.
See, they're saying good morning. They love us.
Well, they love you. I
I
mean,
know.
they tolerate me.
Well, maybe. They love me. Let's put it that way.
So I do not stand in line at banks. So it's kind of like, okay, John, you sit there. We will stand in line because we know you get very frustrated.
Because he's a big baby. Let's just put that out there, you guys.
I am a big baby.
And the longer you guys have listened to us, the more you know.
It's true. I really hate banks. I hate lineups of any sort. When you have to stand in line to separate your money from yourself, it bothers me. I love John. You sit there. We will stand in line because every flipping day.
You know what?
It's the same.
It just happens. Good morning, Mom.
Yeah, but you don't.
Good morning, Lori.
Good morning, Lori.
Shh, don't talk anymore.
You
Don't
should
say
turn
it.
the volume down first.
I don't know how. I have to play it before I can turn it down. I have to go into the settings, and it's just so much more work.
It's every day. If we add it up,
It's not every day. Is it every day that I do that? No, it's not, because sometimes I do it ahead of time. But today I was doing dishes and cleaning up before we did our show.
She was.
So,
She was.
You
were.
He can. You know what though? He did put the garbage bag in yesterday.
I did.
He bitched and moaned about me taking it out at the time, but leaving the cupboard open. Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you did.
Well, I just went and closed it. I didn't bitch and moan.
You commented.
Yep.
Same thing.
So, who is coming to Mexico this winter?
Lori and Al, yay!
We need to know because we need to plan. Because we're going to Mexico City end of October, back beginning of November.
So what do
How
we
many
have
days are we gone for? Like 12?
I think 13.
Cool. Yeah, first time we went to Mexico City. Hello, Jenna. I didn't even have an idea. I sat on the plane and I said to Christie, how long are we going for? So I figured maybe 2 days. And she's like, well, 5 days.
He didn't have an idea. Like, that would be the first time.
I really had no idea.
Linda,
Hello,
and it's
Linda.
because you told him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have even thought of it.
Thank you, Linda. It was because of you that I did put the garbage
That
in.
was cruel. You know what, Al? All those food porn pictures you were sending me last week, it's only fair.
Yes.
Biscuit,
Hello, Wendy.
cheese
Wendy's
biscuits.
coming. Yes.
Yay!
Linda says good morning, kids.
Cheese biscuits and I don't even remember all the other stuff. Those peppers, the filled peppers.
Yes.
So he
I don't know what
deserves
you're
to be
talking about.
Al, listen to Christy. Good morning, Elaine.
So yes, bank today, clients, then what? Oh, then we're going to go shopping.
We're gonna go to Costco.
In Vallarta.
Yeah, I need a few more baskets.
Hello,
I'm almost
Sandra.
done.
Raining cats to dogs here, and I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, that sucks.
And Linda says, you're welcome. So you're welcome that Linda said something.
You're thanking me, or you're
No, she's
you're
saying
welcoming
you're
me?
welcome. No, she's saying you're welcome to you because I did the garbage. It's a weird thing. Al says, okay, that's fair. So yeah, Sandra, I'm so sorry. It rains cats and dogs here.
But it's warm.
It is.
It's not quite the same thing, people.
But then it destroys our roads. So, which I mean, our roads are already destroyed. So it destroyed our roads, right? It destroyed hers.
That's not a word.
It could be. It should be.
No, it shouldn't, because that's even hard to listen to, never mind pronounce.
Destroyer. It is tough to say.
Sounds like someone has a goiter.
For your destroyer.
Exactly.
I was watching this English show on YouTube, and it was talking about how in English we always contract our words. How, it's like Wednesday becomes, or Wednesday becomes Wednesday.
Because we're lazy.
February becomes February. February.
Was that printer turned off?
I don't know. I turned it on. So all these words, and I wish I could remember the words because there were lots. And a lot of the T's become D's in Canada. Water becomes water. And just English sucks. And it's very difficult for people to learn. So, yes. And Eva says accessory. I don't know what that means.
I don't even think Eva knows what that means.
What does accessory mean? Is that sorry? Or
accessory, and she's just being super lazy?
Or sissy? Or accessory?
And 2 R's? We don't know.
Yeah,
Eva.
I don't know.
You're going to have to explain
lost.
this one to us.
So, yeah. So, think of words that we make smaller just because. They're not nicknames. Mind you, in Mexico, nicknames are kind of good. I get gordo and gordito a lot, which means fatty or little fatty, but they don't mean it in a bad way, which is weird. Because if I walked around
they knew
town
them, they would.
And people were like, hey, fatty, over here, I'd be like so insulted. Here, I kind of like them. So it is weird how you get nicknames here.
Okay.
What do they call you? Your Highness, right?
Princesa. And la reina. I get that a lot.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry about that. I'm accessory about that. Okay. Did you say yesterday that it's expensive to move your furniture to Mexico?
Si, senora.
It can be. I mean, it should be. I mean, you got to go through 2 countries.
Yeah.
You got to go through 2 customs.
Yeah. And so if you have, as Marty said yesterday, you have a one-shot when you have a visa,
You get your visa
that you can bring your stuff over with no duty. Otherwise, you're paying duty on all that too. So, but it depends. I mean, it really depends on the furniture. If it's really high-end furniture and you want it down here in Mexico for whatever reason.
Like it's soft.
But our couch is super comfortable. We paid a lot for it, but I think this would have been a lot more expensive in Canada.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's down-filled. We didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's feathers. Every once in a while, there's feathers. And we're like, what the heck?
Yeah.
We realize that it's down-filled couch. But comfortable, very comfortable. So let me say this. Okay, so with moving your furniture down here, it is, yes, because you're paying a shipping company, and then I believe you have to change it in the States. I don't think, or in Mexico, one of the two. You'd really have to look into all of that, and we could get you more information on that. But if it's just, like nice furniture and you want something equivalent down here, between Costco and Sam's sometimes, and of course Liverpool, and the furniture show, there's a lot of options. There's getting more and more options. When we first moved here, everything was like sitting on plywood. But now it's getting a lot more options.
But not even that. Like in the old days when we moved here, TVs were very expensive, more so than Canada and the US, and now they're a lot less. Tylenol. You just come to Mexico and don't look for acetaminophen. You look for paracetamol. It's the same thing.
But
it's just what they do in Europe. And yeah, oh man, it's less than that. So yeah, paracetamol is just acetaminophen in Canada and the US. And we did not know that.
Hi, Brian. How are you this morning?
And you don't sneeze, John.
The allergies to the feathers.
Oh, yes, I don't. I mean, I sneeze, but I think it's the horses.
Maybe it is the furniture. Maybe that's what you're allergic to.
And the chickens. And the dog. The dog's in the house all the time now because Christie has the AC on, and she's like, oh, Bailey got inside. I don't know how that happened.
Well, when the door was open.
How my love got in the house to be comfortable. And I don't know why you're so upset about this. Because the dog obviously came in without me seeing.
Sometimes she does. She really does.
Maybe 1 out of 7 times.
No, 1 out of 2, 3, maybe 1 out of 3 times.
Yeah, but 2 out of 3 you let them in.
Yeah, but those 2 times I don't tell you I didn't know she was here.
Yeah, so you couldn't find Dr. Pepper. You can find Dr. Pepper and Cherry Coke now. Chedraui has a U.S. section.
Actually, they all
Walmart
do now.
does. They all do.
Walmart, even Mega.
And the
La
prices
Comer.
are really good.
Everybody has imports. There's a lot less things down here now there's a lot less things that we miss than before.
Still can't get Shreddies in Mexico, which is good.
Well, you don't eat cereal anyways.
Yeah, I know, but I just love Shreddies. And it's mostly sugar and wheat, which is kind of like, hey, what 2 things should not carb a guy have? Well, sugar and wheat. Let's make a cereal of just sugar and wheat.
You got an offer on the house, Mom? Yay! That's exciting.
What? How come we don't see that here?
She's on mine. Oh, Mom, I am so excited for you. Well, we can talk after this. Is it a good offer? Just say yes or no. You don't have to tell me how much, but I'm so excited.
Remember to rent. Just rent.
She's coming here.
I know, but that's why. She wants to rent. So a place to park your stuff first, and then you can find a rental later or get your rental and park your stuff there.
It's cheaper to rent a bodega than it is to, or
It is.
storage than to rent a house.
It is. So yeah, so
Oops,
that's exciting.
Mom,
and she's
that's
coming
so
here.
excited. I'm
Wouldn't
so
that be
excited.
great if she came and the house was sold? And then she comes here and she says, you know, I want to live here in your house, in your spare bedroom forever.
I'll help you find a rental, Mom. I'll go back with you.
Yeah. No, we're kidding, but we're not.
No,
But
we would
are.
love. I mean, if you
No,
ever decided you wanted to stay, absolutely.
It's why we bought this house. So now when you said no, we modified it a little, but we could easily throw rooms upstairs. We can easily build the extra house in
You know
the back.
what? We could build a bigger casita. We could do one big one on the main floor.
We could, with 2 little ones on top.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that. Actually, that might be a really good. So, Mom, let us know. We'll start building. Oh, not enough, but I can negotiate. Good.
Excellent. So what else do we know here? Ha! She says, ha! I don't know what for, but maybe when we said, living here. Ha!
Yeah.
That sounds like something Christie would say. Ha!
She does have 4 grandkids in Canada, too, and 2 stupid brothers. Well, I have 2 stupid brothers.
She's got a lot more grandkids in Canada than 4.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
got 7 grandchildren in Canada.
I would live in a casita. Yeah, we'd make it nice. We'd make it really nice. And it would be small, so it would be easy to air condition.
Booyah.
And I'd let you design it, and I would follow it to the T, Mom.
Wow.
To the T. Colors and everything.
I don't
Because
know.
I didn't do it here in this house. She'd give me ideas, and I'd say, oh, that's good, Mom. And then sometimes something totally opposite.
Yeah. So actually, I'm excited because now, after this batch of avocados, we're taking the avocado tree down, which sucks because it's got to be at least 15 years old, 10 years old.
But that Nancy tree I want out.
The Nancy tree.
Out.
If you don't, and it's funny, we were talking to some Mexicans. It was a guy who's dating a Mexican who's lived here for 15 years, and we mentioned Nanchis, and he's like, "What's Nanchis?" I think it was him. And I explained what it was. Nanchis are little yellow seed-filled fruits that you eat.
They sell them on the side of the street. If you're driving down and they're selling these little bags of these yellow fruits with spices and lime in it, those are Nanchis.
And Nanchis on the back end kind of have vomit notes.
Mm-hmm.
It really does taste like there's vomit.
We find them disgusting. My granddaughter Taylor likes them.
Kids, weird. But yeah, so that's the
Their
thing with
taste buds don't
cultures,
work.
right? There are things in this culture that they like that we don't like, and things in our culture that they don't like. Like here in this culture, root beer kind of tastes like medicine.
Some of them,
To some of them, because there's a medicine that they made taste like root beer. So when they drink this, they're like, it's medicine. But I think root beer is medicine. It's good medicine.
No, it's bad medicine.
It is bad medicine. When we moved to Mexico, and this is now 2-3 years after living here, so 14, 15 years ago, we would find root beer, and this is back when the Canadian was like 7 pesos, 8 pesos to the dollar. I would pay 27, 30 pesos, so like $3 for a can of soda, which you're paying $3 for a can of soda now. But in those days, I was paying the price of 4 or 5 beers for one root beer. And it was worth it because I got to have root beer just a little while. Mm-hmm. Then we found out Waldo's has American root beer. And there's a Waldo's in Vallarta now.
Hi, Clem. How are you? Nice to see you.
Waldo's is kind of like a dollar store. Just it's more, but it's a fun store. And you find Waldo in every town, pretty much.
Waldo here, though, is not that nice.
It isn't. It's kind of horrible.
What just happened there?
Our computer is now acting up.
Yeah.
So if we're coming in and we're going, just let us know.
Mm-hmm. I'm watching it on here, and it doesn't look like we are, but we'll see.
Okay, good. So yes, Waldo, I love A&W root beer. Me
that is
too.
Really the only. Well, actually,
Hires is good. Look.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, our computer was doing something weird. We don't know what it was doing.
Glitched a little, but I think we're back. A&W root beer. Yeah, there's a few. Dad's root beer is really creamy. I like that. The one that feels like it's thick.
Yeah. Dad's
or
is
tastes
good.
like it's
And it comes
thick.
in real beer bottles like my grandma used to make.
Hi, Hazel.
But not the stubbies. Because my grandma used to make the stubbies. I will tell you about the time I made root beer, and we probably should have had maybe our kids taken away from us. So I made the root beer, and what happened was I bought all the stuff first. Because when you're going to make root beer, you want good stuff. So I had the flip-top German engineered beer bottles. And then
German engineered
because
those
from
are
Germany.
fancy.
And I went and I got the stuff to make the root beer, the concentrate, and all of the accoutrement to make the root beer.
Fancy.
And I went to the liquor store to get the yeast. So I got beer yeast.
Not the liquor store. You went to
like a beer making store to get that. So I made it, and we didn't even think anything of it until my uncle tried the beer one day. He's like, John, there's alcohol in here.
Root beer.
And he said, there's alcohol in here. I said, no, there's not. It's just root beer. He says, no, John, there is alcohol in here. He's like, I can feel the beer. And Zach would be like, it really tastes like beer, Dad. And I'm like, how do you know? It's just root beer. So this went on for a few weeks. And finally, I went back to the beer store, and I said, what kind of yeast can I get to make the root beer so it doesn't settle on the bottom? And he's like, well, what are you using? And I said, the beer yeast. He says, you're giving this to kids? And I said, yeah. He's like, it's like 5 to 7% alcohol. And I was getting my children drunk at a very young age, and I didn't know. So they said, yeah, you use bread yeast because then you're going to get maybe 1%, but maybe 0.5% to 1%. So I was giving my kids 5 to 7% alcohol. And then I'd be like making them drink your root beer because it's good for you. And I should have known when they were swearing at me and calling me bartender. But it was, I had to figure it out. Sorry, kids. I love you. And that was on me, not your mom.
Right? No kidding.
Yeah. And it's good because I think if social services would have known that I was giving my children 5 to 7% alcohol, they'd have had something to say about that. I know. How could I, John? I didn't know. And now I do know. So if I was to make root beer again, I think I'd use the beer yeast because my kids are older.
That's right.
And I think
we
they'd
have
enjoy
grandkids,
it more.
though.
Yeah. I saw on YouTube somebody was showing how to make root beer. Just go and look, and it uses licorice root and sarsaparilla and all of this stuff. And it looks really interesting. And if you make it with the yeast, it really does have that root beer taste, which I'm very excited about, but not enough to make it because it sounds like work. Because it's a lot of ingredients, and I don't know if we have them in Mexico.
There's a lot that we wouldn't have, that's for sure.
So when you're coming from Canada or the States and you find root beer concentrate, just bring 1 bottle of that, and we'll figure out a way to make it. No? Don't bring it. I was kidding.
We don't have any of the bottles. We don't have any of that stuff. We're not going to buy all that crap down here to.
We could make it in mason jars, like
Could you?
we were moonshining. Now,
Put a lot more beer yeast in
would
it.
a mason jar take pressure? Because the beer bottles actually are made to take the pressure. They're made with that engineering in mind. I don't know if the
If a
mason
jar
jars are. Does anybody know if you could make a carbonated beverage in a mason jar? Because if I could make a liter of it at a time, that would be fantastic.
I don't think so. I don't think you need it down here. And it's pretty warm.
Yeah, I hardly have any soda. I had more soda in Canada this last trip than I think I've had in the last 5 years, because we don't drink soda here.
Mm-hmm. Hillbillies. Yeah.
I don't know what you mean by hillbillies, but we kind of are hillbillies now. We do live out in the kind of the sticks.
We're at the edge of town. I wouldn't say we're in the sticks.
Maybe 2 blocks away is the sticks.
Yeah.
Okay. Plain is boring. Awesome.
Go.
Have fun, Al. Make some root beer for me, please. Right?
Sure.
So I think today I want to make a little bit of cold brew coffee just to get ready for our trip to Mexico City.
We have to have cold brew coffee to get ready for our trip?
Yeah. I think I would rather cold brew than I do the hot coffee. It just tastes sweeter.
It would be really tough to do the fat coffee in that. It would chunk.
That's true, because I had that ghee butter in the coffee. And I really like the nutty flavor of the ghee, but it wouldn't work in the cold brew.
I mean, you could potentially blend it really high and see if that would work in the...
It would be too creepy.
But it would be crunchy, yeah.
Mason jars were used by the hillbillies to make their liquor.
But the liquor wasn't
carbonated,
right? Alcohol isn't carbonated, so I don't know. I see John's imagination is still working. That's from Clem.
Yes.
Yep. So
Dallas cheerleaders. Dallas. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So what do you guys have up? What are you up to this week? Anybody have any fun plans for the weekend?
I've got to change the air conditioning to 1 degree warmer. Oh, look at that.
Warmer? You're cold?
Yeah. I think I got to change the battery because it looks like they're dying.
Yeah, so this weekend, I think we might be babysitting the girls on the weekend.
Woot!
On Friday.
He called us to ask us to go to the beach today. And I really wanted to go to the beach yesterday. I really did. And today would be a fantastic day, except all of the other crap we're doing today.
It's called showings with a client that wants to buy a condo.
Yeah.
It's not crap.
No, it's not. Hey, did you look at my emails today? Did anybody send...
Yes, one. I've
Really?
got something in Sunscape.
Are you serious? Oh my gosh. I want to... So, yeah.
Replacing boards on my back deck that are dry rotted. Boring. Yeah, that would be boring.
So I sent an email yesterday to the MLS because that's what you do. So I gave 3 specific developments and said, does anybody have a pocket listing? And somebody sent me an email for another development because, that's what you do.
It's okay, honey.
So I say, I want a 1-bedroom condo. And people will be, I've got like a 6-bedroom home that I think you should look at for your clients because they're going to want it more than their 1-bedroom condo that they wanted on the water. And the 6-bedroom home is up in the mountains. And I think your clients are going to love it. We get this all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about these people that they think, yeah, you know what? I know you're saying you want this, but I want to give you something completely different.
Yeah.
It's like when you ask a question on Facebook and you just want an honest answer and they give you something so stupid and so astounding, you're just scratching your forehead going, are these people for real? And here's the news. They are for real. And that's why South Park has my favorite line. Children, there's no such thing as stupid people. or no such thing as stupid questions, only stupid people. And it is real. Absolutely real.
So Lori is working this weekend, and Eva says I'm always hot. Well, that's pretty true.
It's true. She is. Is it?
They wanted possession date of October 22nd. Wow.
That's fantastic.
Now you just have to get them up to the price you want. So that's the house with the showing that you did yesterday with the boys. That's the little boys. It's good.
Are we fidgety again on here?
We keep kind of flickering a little bit, but our internet was going wonky yesterday too.
No, only because I downloaded a 160 gig game.
Yeah.
I've never downloaded games before, like gamer games, because my computer is huge. Morning, Donna. And yesterday I bought a $40 game, which normally would cost me like $100 and some because it was on sale. And it has kicked butt. Did you just turn your coffee maker off? Wow. So yeah, so now I'm going to be playing this game for a little bit, just a bit, not a lot. Right?
That's what he was doing this morning while I was doing dishes and laundry.
And you got sweat on your lip. I just thought I'd tell you that because I know it makes you angry. Yeah, she is always. You're always sweating.
Well, like Eva said, I'm hot.
You are, which is why we have the air conditioning. And I just turned it up.
It'll cost extra, yeah.
See, look at what it's doing there. It is so weird. What's happening?
That game is taking up too much of your power on your computer. You're gonna have to get rid of it.
The game is off.
Doesn't matter. It's still there.
Hello, Terry. It's still there. No, it's on another hard drive.
Doesn't matter.
It's not even on my main hard drive.
It doesn't matter. It knows that it's there.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look. Wow. That was like this weird.
Yeah, I have these things. It's not placers. They're flossers, and they're rubber tip things that you put in your teeth. I'm not going to do that. But I do have some right here because you never know after you have a pork chop if you need to get rid of some of the extras.
We did happen to have pork chops yesterday, so that might be what he's talking about.
Because the pork chops were amazing. You're really good at making meat now.
Well, when you don't cook it to a crisp, Mom, then it's really good.
That's funny.
My mom likes her steak really well done, but then she has to cut it into these tiny pieces because it's too bloody dry to eat.
That was really loud. But
It's
she's
okay.
right.
It's okay.
When we first moved to Mexico, we used to have medium well steaks. We used to not like avocados. We hadn't had.
I used to actually like cilantro, or at least not hate it, but now I hate it.
And it's really so weird. And used to drink 50 peso bottles of tequila.
Don't do that anymore.
No, and this is her now. This is her trying to drink a 50 peso bottle of tequila.
That's just smelling it, not drinking it.
That is
Drinking is like, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does faith. Coffee does heat up bodies, Christie. That's why CA loves it. Who's CA?
Canada?
I don't know. And we just did some weird stuff on
Yeah,
here.
we're flickering a lot.
So I'm going to see what I can do to free up some memory. I have this.
My husband loves his steak Chicago style. Well done on the inside and charred on the outside. So basically like boot leather.
It would be, yes. That was very difficult. So now we like medium rare. We want a little bit of blood in there because it tastes good.
Vanada. Oh, Vanessa? Canada? Eva, type. Use your words. Okay, so Rhonda, let's go back to this steak. Well done on the inside and charred on the outside. So burnt and overcooked. And that's Chicago style? Like that's an actual style?
I think it's after the mob. Because when they kill somebody and have to bury the body, they do that.
Okay. So what I've been doing lately, because we don't have a gas barbecue, we have a charcoal barbecue, and it makes amazing meat, but it just takes some prep time.
It does.
So what I like to do is I have a cast iron, I guess almost like a barbecue grill, and it's a solid piece of cast iron and it has the little ridges on it. So I put it in the oven as my oven is heating up, and I get it to get really, really hot.
How
and
hot?
then really hot.
Very,
Really
very
hot. And then exactly.
Rhonda, we feel bad for you because how do you taste your meat?
I'm just talking like John.
Thanks.
And then what I do is I put oil on, like I pat the steaks dry, and I do it with pork chops too. Put oil on it, and then I put whatever seasoning I like. And I like just quick and easy Montreal steak spice. It's a reason it's called a steak spice, you guys. It's really good on pretty much anything. I even put it on my turkeys.
Wow.
It's really good.
Oh, but that makes incredible gravy.
That makes amazing gravy. Just a little, it's a little garlicky,
Thank you, Bettina, for that.
Yes,
really,
John and Bettina, our friends from Calgary.
They taught us this.
Anyways, so then I wait till that thing is really hot and I put the steak on or the pork chop, and you can hear it sizzle and sear. And then I wait a couple of minutes and I flip up a little bit longer for pork chops because pork needs to be cooked a little bit better than a steak. And then flip it and do the same, and they're ready to go. And they're so good.
And it's fast. I mean, you cook very fast.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, with the pork.
Blue rare. I don't like mine quite blue rare. I like it warm on the inside. I don't like it cold. But yeah, Rob uses that. And yeah, I love Montreal steak spice. I put it on a lot of stuff, like tuna steaks. I use it on pork chops and steak. I put it on chicken. I put it on.
It's easy to use too much, so you've had to back off a bit.
I've learned now, yes, because they tell you the only thing that you can over salt and not hurt it is pork, really. And that's like a big roast. That you can put a ton of spices on, because pork, I don't know what it is. I guess pork has no taste.
It does.
We should get some more of that espaldilla too.
I don't even know what
That's
that is.
that pork that we had that I did in the
I
slow
like
cooker.
that
That was so good.
59 pesos a
Yeah,
kilo.
which is
In
like
US dollars, it's less than $3 a kilo.
Yeah, for pork, and it's really good pork.
Yeah.
The other thing that I like on roasts and stuff is just good old fashioned onion soup mix.
Yeah, which we're not going to turn this into a cooking show, although you could show them how to cook some stuff. Yeah.
We can talk about it. It's better than the COVID and politics.
Yeah, well, the politics is awesome, and the COVID sucks.
Okay, so before we go down that road, we do have to go because we have to meet our assistant at the bank in 15 minutes or in 10 minutes. So adios.
Adios.
Thank you for joining us, and we will chat with you guys tomorrow.
See you on Thursday, which is tomorrow.